Hi and welcome to Normski TV, another transfer daily concerning Arsenal and the rumours of possible outgoings and incomings. And sorry for not posting for a couple of days. Just been quite busy, so want to try and get back on it. And obviously was following some news last night and some noise concerning Matthew Guendouzi. And basically it's a non-goer. I mean, there was news stuff coming out of Twitter, social media, even the news outlets started to jump on it that Guendouzi has put in for a transfer request, and we've been linked with a swap deal with Chelsea players, and nobody seems to know who these players are. But it seems like this is a non-goer. Despite the rumours that we're hearing, he's not no exit to leave Arsenal. He's not putting for a transfer request. And obviously the publication that was putting this out was L'Equipe, in a French publication in France. And I suppose what's happened is that maybe for whatever reason somebody has jumped on it, and some Twitter feed has decided that they're going to say that Guendouzi decides that he wants to leave Arsenal, putting for a transfer request, and that's obviously got the whole social Twitter world going crazy. But as Charles Watts, who writes for goal.com and does a lot of stuff for Arsenal, when I say the Arsenal, in terms of the media and stuff like that, he's come out and quashed the idea. There hasn't been any requests from Guendouzi whatsoever concerning any transfer request that's being put in. Just to read it, because despite rumours, Mathieu Guendouzi has not handed in a transfer request at Arsenal. That's according to Goal. And it was thought that the French publication L'Equipe shared the news about Guendouzi following the midfielder's apparent falling out with coach Mikel Arteta. But the idea has been played down by Goal's Arsenal correspondent Charles Watts, who says L'Equipe was simply reacting to false rumours circulating on social media. And because of that, it just started a whole wave. Everybody was jumping on it. But that doesn't mean to say that, Guendouzi is still not up for sale or looking to leave the club, or Arsenal trying to get him out of the club. And I think listening to what Charles Watts was saying, it sounds a bit crazy for him to be putting a transfer request when actually that could affect in terms of any bonuses or stuff that he wants if he's going to be going to another club. It just limits what he wants to get when he goes to another club. So it would be silly, and plus the fact that Arsenal are trying to actively sell the player. He's been training. I've been seeing him in training and stuff like that. Now, whether he's going to make the Carabao Cup team tomorrow is a big question mark there. I mean, if he does play, does that mean we're going to keep him? Or is it that if he doesn't play, is it that Arsenal are trying to protect him to make sure that he doesn't get injured? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But as we said, there's no truth the fact that Guendouzi has put in a transfer request. So let's just put that to bed. But let's hope that we try and get him at the club. Now, it sounds like I'm being horrible, but I'm just thinking about how we can raise money in terms of trying to go for our transfer targets. And you know who I'm going to say: Thomas Partey and Usama. And we desperately need to be raising money, to do these kind of deals, because apparently Arsenal have not got no money. Even though you've got other clubs around us, buying up the place, Wolves, Spurs, who have just spent how many billions or millions, whatever, on a stadium. Obviously Chelsea, they're spending because they decided to put away for a rainy day, because obviously they didn't have were banned from trying to get players for best part of 2 seasons. So all that money is accumulated, and now they've just gone on a mad spending spree. Obviously, City will spend. We know Liverpool just out of the blue. I've got 2 or 3 players in just like that. Bam, you know. Arsenal have been left behind when it comes to the spending, and a lot of clubs within the Premier League are actually outspending us. And we've got to work hard, and our hands are tied right now because we are relying on selling loads of players that are basically surplus to requirements now. We just can't have them on our books, wages wise, and the fact that the quality of their what they give to the club is just not good enough. They're not Arsenal standard players, and so therefore we need to quickly get them off the books. Now, obviously, we're trying to raise money to try and get players like Ousmane, but I'm just reading. There's a possibility that there might be a big blow in terms of our pursuit of Ousmane, because it seems like there's another Champions League club. Don't know who it is. The Telegraph are reporting this. He's being contacted by a club in the Champions League, and that's something that they can offer, which Arsenal cannot. And we're obviously trying to secure a deal with this guy, but obviously we need to raise the money in order to get this guy. You know, Leon, are wanting or demanding £54 million for this guy, and we haven't got that kind of money. So therefore, another club has come in that may have possibly turned Ousmane's head. Don't know who it is. I know Juventus have been keeping tabs on the player. Bayern Munich possibly could be in the market for him because obviously they've lost Thiago to Liverpool. Who knows? But what's happening now is, according to our hopes of landing a could be fading very, very fast. I just hope that Arsenal can move really quick on this. Now, in order for this to happen, we're hearing that Leeds are interested with Chambers, Callum Chambers, who hasn't had much playing time with Arsenal because of injury, long-term injury, and he's well down the pecking order, even though he's done really well for Arsenal under Unai Emery, but he picked up an injury and he's been sidelined for a good while now, and he's just coming back to full fitness. Leeds are now turned their attention to looking at Callum Chambers and possibly taking him on a season-long loan from Arsenal. And it's saying, it's a move that's been welcomed by former Aston Villa and Scotland fullback Alan Hutton, who thinks it will fill the gap left by Ben White. And this is who he told, I think this is Football Insider he spoke to. There's a possibility that he could go to Leeds, and hopefully we can get this done quickly and get even a loan fee, to put towards, the Thomas Partey or possibly Ousmane. But things are really moving quickly and we're running out of time. Now, obviously, we are linked with Thomas Partey, and we know that Torreira is imminently possibly going to Atletico Madrid. Whether that's a loan deal with some loan fee up front, or we're going to try and see if we can sell him, and try and get some cash, or is it a case that we might be able to do some sort of swap deal or player plus cash? Will Atletico Madrid be interested in doing that? Please let me know in your thoughts in the comments. That what do you think? Do you think that Atletico Madrid will be willing to do a swap deal with Thomas Partey, or is it a case of us trying to raise the cash to try and get Thomas Partey? This is proving really difficult because Atletico want the money. They want the 45 million, 43, 45 million. But Arsenal just cannot afford to do it. Now, Italian side, Juventus, it looks like Alvaro Morata now gone to Juventus. And because of this, they've raised some money from this. I don't know what the actual fee is. But now they're saying that Fabrizio Romano said that about Partey, Arsenal have to pay the release clause or nothing. Atletico Madrid have this mentally. So if you want Atletico Madrid players, you have to pay the clause. And Partey is 50 million euros. So at the moment, he's saying there is no negotiation because Atletico Madrid told Arsenal, if you want the player, you have to play. So they're sticking their heels in. He's saying, but I think after selling Morata to Juventus, Atletico Madrid won't sell any other top player. So we have to see what will happen with Thomas. The fact is that if we have the money and we're able to pay the release clause, then Atletico Madrid have no choice. Yeah? But at the moment, that's the clause that's written in Thomas Partey's contract. Meet it, then we can get talking. Problem is that it's difficult right now because right now clubs that we're trying to negotiate just only want to do swap deals. They don't want to give us cash. I don't know what it is about Arsenal. New goalkeeper Alex Runnison has now signed for Arsenal. Says he wants to emulate the careers of David Seaman and Jens Lehmann and become a legend for the Gunners. That's big talk from him. Let's hope that he can do that. The Icelandic goalkeeper completed his move to Emirates on Monday, signing a 4-year contract with the Premier League. I think we bought him for $1.5 million. The 25-year-old has spent 2 years at the French side Dijon and will as backup to the first choice goalkeeper Bern Leno. Runnison supported Arsenal growing up and wants to emulate childhood heroes Seaman and Lehmann, he told Arsenal.com. These are his quotes. They're amazing. I remember watching Seaman play when I was a small kid. The same with Jens Lehmann. Big characters, big personalities, but also great goalkeepers. It is not easy to follow these guys, but someone has to do it. Football would be no fun without having this type of pressure, so it will be a challenge. But I'm up for it. I hope that you can put your money where your mouth is, and if that's the case, then let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So right now, you know, it is difficult for Arsenal, and it doesn't help because now the Premier League have now put a pause, or the government, should I say, have now put a pause because obviously with the COVID and the R rates going up, it looks like there's a possibility that fans won't return back to stadiums for a good while. Some papers reporting 6 months to be put in place, which is going to have an adverse effect not only on Arsenal but all the clubs across the football spectrum. It's a difficult time right now, and you know it's affecting. Obviously, the players would like to see the fans, and the fans would like to, you know, and it makes up in terms of the money that the fans bring. Obviously, will help to fund the clubs and to support the clubs. But at the moment, it's not looking like that. It's difficult times right now. You know, they're saying Premier Leagues could suffer £700 million losses at present. And it's saying that our national game is losing more than £100 million a month. That is just crazy right now. So it's not helping. And yeah, you know, but you still got some teams, as I said, like Chelsea going out and spending. But for Arsenal, it's going to be really, really difficult. It's really going to be difficult. But again, we'll just have to wait and see what happens come the end of the transfer window. I'm hoping and praying that we will have some sort of money and funds. I know I read a report about, I think it's Mustafi, I think it's Lazio, they're interested in him. I think they're looking at somewhere between 9 and 11 million pounds. That's likely to go through. Mustafi again is right down the pecking order, so there's no likelihood with you know, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Pablo Mari, David Luiz. You know, they're right down the pecking order, and there's a likelihood that he will leave before the end of the transfer window. You know, Arsenal, you know, it's a difficult time right now in terms of, but the two big targets that we need, Ousmane Aouar and Thomas Partey. Which one? Let's put this on. Which one are we likely to get? Is it going to be Thomas Aouar? The likelihood is that now another Champions League has come in. Do you think we're going to get him? Do you think we're going to lose out to another Champions League? Or is it the likelihood is that we're going to get Thomas Partey as part of the Torreira deal? You know, with the days literally flitting away, you know, who knows what's going to happen? Something has to happen. We've got to get at least one of those players. For me, if it was my choice, for me it would be Thomas Partey, because right now you're getting a lot of teams that are cutting through us like butter in the middle of that park. We're very weak there. And for me, Thomas Partey has probably got more to his games in terms of passing, tackling, His work rate. I'm not saying that Usman hasn't got that, but Thomas, we need someone that's going to be powerful and grit in the middle of that part. For me personally, we need grit in the middle of the part. Listen, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you on the next Transfer Daily. Take care.